Fucking M4 in a dream. I swear he just sits there. No, like watching the And we're ready to go with OXL FPP Season 8 on the championship week. We're starting off with a good old Erangel. Pretty nice playing path for pretty much everybody. Might be a little tough to get down to that southwest side of the map, but looks like everywhere else is within reach. We got Novo to Zarky, and we're getting ready to start here. Look at the scores down on the bottom of your screen. You can see that 6 Cents are your leaders at the moment with 93 points and 55 kills. Ascension Esports is coming up in second place. They have 70 points and 56 kills. Fury Esports tied in points, but a little bit lower on the kills with 47 kills. And there goes the plane. So we're going to jump out here, get into that camera, get right into the action immediately. I'm betting there's going to be at least 2 teams fighting. By the cliffs. I don't know. We do have a team going Novo. We'll find out who that is in a moment. Let me get back to these scores here. Winner's Circle is in 4th place, 64 points and 34 kills. Sorry. Vigorous Esports taking 5th spot, 63 points and 52 kills. And we have a Sweat Lounge Gaming right behind them, 55 points and 38 kills. Avita Esports, 7th place. They have 55 points and 31 kills. I just drowned. I'm such a scrub. Let's just spectate. It is Team 5150 taking up their post in Novo, whatever the rest of that word is. And there we have it. Iconic and the BattleBots going up against each other. The BattleBots are contesting school apartments since they couldn't get down to their usual spot in the southwest there. Deebish does take down Chappers and gets the thirst. So that will be a 4 versus 3. Iconic getting the quick advantage in that fight. And we also have Fury Esports and Sweat Lounge Gaming taking some shots at each other over by Milta Power. With Warhawk taking down Mole, and then Kofry drives over there and runs him over quick before they're able to prevent them from getting that point. So 2 quick kills here already in this championship week. And that circle just opting to go to the farthest spot that it could. There is only 3 teams in that circle of Vita Esports, Ascension Esports, and Torch. Maybe we should... I guess we could risk going up to this fight with Iconic and BattleBots. It is pretty close to the circle. We do have Tacticals and Tiro already heading out to scout for their teams. They should be pretty uncontested unless they run into each other. As for these other teams, we did have the Console Killers taking up their usual spot, and Yaznaya, they did opt to go for a little bit of a split, though, around that field. Vigorous Esports landing around the prison shelter area. 6 Cents sticking with Milta. Winner's circle is up in crates, and here we go with this fight taking off again. D-Bish has and G-Money trying to rotate out, but the BattleBots taking a few shots, trying to prevent them. Maybe get an easy knock. We do have Harden rotating far right, while D-Bish and G-Money are on the far left on the hill. They look like they are still rotating out, though. Maybe going for a vehicle or a bit more loot, checking out that compound down the street. So it is just Lid and Harden with their dossier. So they weren't trying to fight, they were moving over to their dossier and then they're dipping. They picked up a point already. They're just going to go for a placement or a position now. Try and wait out these phases for a bit. And here we go with them. All these teams are rotating. Sweat Lounge Gaming jumping into vehicles. We have 6 Cents as well. Kingpins, who landed Rozhawk, are now jumping into their vehicles. We got Cap'n already heading down that west coast, scouting ahead for the original Gamesterz. And look, we did have Tacticals and Tiro both pull up on the west side bridge. They're just staring at each other, but it looks like Avita will be there first to assist. So Tacticals could be in trouble, as the rest of Ascension Esports is just further behind. We're going to have a lot of teams heading around that coast, around the bridge, I'm betting. There's a lot of water, and 2 islands in the circle, so everybody wants to be flexible in this current position, just in case they need to rotate out to somewhere else. And here's Ascension Esports trying to come in to support Tacticals, but Standards is set up waiting for them. They're going to have to rotate far around. Tacticals posted up in this 2-stack at the end of the bridge. Lou and Tiro from Avita staring down at him from the granny's house by the lighthouse. And we actually did have Ascension Esports pulled up right on top of Stanners and Sweeney, with Baby Joey taking down Sweeney. Gravity getting that thirst quick, so Stanners is now all alone hiding behind this US, and he is taken down by Blue Hole. So Avita, who were looking good at the start of this fight, now had three of the members of Ascension Esports split them up. And now they just have the 2 members up on top of the hill. So here come the rest of these teams filling in. Winner's Circle pulling up right on top of Torch, it looks like. Vigorous Esports has found the hill just south of Pachinki. Fury Esports now rotating late there in the blue. Kingpin's pulling up on the other side of Ferry Pier. Vigorous Esports is getting some shots into console killers as they rotate past through the farm fields. The original Gamesterz opting to just pull up right on the edge of that bridge away from everybody. They got a nice cushion between them and the closest team, which is Sweat Lounge Gaming. All the way on the other side of Quarry. And here we go. Looks like Ascension Esports is pushing up towards the remaining members of Avita. Blue Hole right at the base of this hill. Oh, can we get up? There we go. Could be pretty tough to actually push up this hill with not much real cover. So as long as Avita can just hold these angles. But Blue Hole and Tacticals are tasting the blood already. They push right up onto the fence outside of the house. Lou is around the backside by the door. Nades coming out from Tiro. Does take Blue Hole down pretty far. Tiro now pushing out the door, but pushed back by a Molotov from Tacticals. Blue Hole is able to stay alive for the moment. Tiro and Luke pushed out of the building now, trying to get some better angles as Ascension Esports is pushed right up on top of them. Now with Gravity joined in the fight, Baby Joey just holding that support from the far gas station. Luke pops up, try to take a couple shots at Gravity, but Blue Hole right there to take him down. Tiro trades out Blue Hole and gets the thirst. But Tacticals does push around with Gravity's assistance, and they finish off Avita. So now with that next circle popping on the military island, all of these teams are now starting to rotate. Kingpin's already jumped in a boat. They're heading down, pulling up onto military island at the moment. Team 5150 chose to take advantage of their situation, being the only team on military base, and took that other side of the bridge. Vigorous Esports rotating around the far bridge in the blue. They should be pretty uncontested over there until they run into Fury Esports, which is just inside the circle on that north coast. The BattleBots also choosing that rotation. They're going far around top shelter. And we do have Winner's Circle and Sweat Lounge Gaming having a little naval battle out here. Both teams piled into boats right next to each other. Console Killers now making their way across. The original Gamesterz pulled up in Primo with Torch just north of them. They're looking for a boat, hoping to get across. Sweat Lounge Gaming did manage to pull up, but Winner's Circle is being pushed all the way around the south side. We'll have to go past Kingpins. They could be in trouble. We do have Iconic pulling up right on the same side of the bridge, the north coast as Fury Esports. But Fury Esports is rotating south now, so they might not see Iconic coming in. But 6th Sense sure does see them from the other side. We will see a fight here at the bridge, as Console Killers and Torch are heading right towards Ascension Esports, who are posted up. Oh, damn. I'm moving back and forth. We're not going to crash. It's all good. And there goes 6th Sense unloading on top of Iconic. Brawlic takes down D-Bish with a nice little snipe. They are able to thirst him out before Iconic can get him back up. BattleBots, who have now made it across to Military Island just inside of the circle. Gravity taking some long shots onto Iconic. But they're just getting tagged up from 6th Sense, who are still trapped on the North Island, main island. And here comes Console Killers pushing up onto Baby Joey's 2-stack. Baby Joey is dipping out that backside, but he breaks some glass, and now Console Killers know someone's over here. But I guess they heard the bike before, so they must have known. Baby Joey does get some eyes on them over there. And Torch rotating around. Gonna come right through the middle. Here comes Torch Doodle. Just at the perfect time, as Ascension Esports has already jumped onto their vehicles and vacated the area. Very fortunate for Torch. Although it does look like Console Killers took out one of their members. And now, think fast. I forgot about Team 5150 on the other side of the bridge. Doodle runs right into them, and Banana Brain takes him down. Ascension Esports did have a boat pulled up on the underneath the bridge there. So they're able to just jump onto that and dip out quick. Team 5150 now in a powerful position to stop Torch and Console Killers from coming across this bridge here. Dom, though, pinned in the middle all by himself. A full Team 5150 on one side and a full Console Killers on the other. And Ascension Esports, after they make it across, it looks like they are going to rotate up onto Team 5150 on the other side of this bridge. Dom just throwing some smokes down on himself, trying to create a bit of cover. You know, we do have Fury Esports. And there we have it. Gravity unloading the first shot onto Chicken Fried, taking him down. And Baby Joey also takes down Banana Brain. So now Team 5150, after having this fantastic position, Ascension Esports just runs right up behind him, trying to take it away. And Baby Joey also taking down Think Fast. So now Scrounged Bull, the last one alive. Looks like he's just gonna dip out the backside, give up that position, stay alive for a bit longer, get some more placement points. And here comes Console Killers driving past Dom. Not enough shots coming down to stop them. But Ascension Esports already posted up on the other side. They do make it across. And Tacticals has been knocked. Or maybe the Kingpin's down on the street there. Does look like Nij did take down Tacticals, but they dipped down behind the ridge. So they're able to pick them up. And Exclusive does get taken down by Scrounged Bull here. Console Killer is going to pull up and try to save him before Scrounged Bull can get that thirst. Bazaar being taken down to about half health with a nade. Nade bounces off the rock. Bull pushes out, but there's just too many members of Console Killers staring down at him. So that is Team 5150 eliminated. We did have quite a bit of action going down in that circle. 6 Cents now have made it across the river, and they are on Military Island. So we have all the teams now made it across. But Iconic now pulling up on top of the battle bots. 3 versus 3 now after Iconic did lose a member to 6 Cents. Well, this is that fight part 2 from earlier. G-Money gets taken down from 6 Cents in the back. They're just picking apart Iconic. Harden also going down to M4 in a dream. And Slim Jimbo managing to finish them off by taking down Lid from a distance. And here we have 6 Cents trying to take over Ascension Esports' compound. They need a spot in the circle. And this is the one they chose. So here we go. Your first place team versus your second place team. All kinds of smokes coming out for 6 Cents at the moment. And Slim Jimbo does take down Gravity up on the tree. But Baby Joey right there to trade out Slim Jimbo as the blue overtakes them. Mitchu getting tagged up but managing to stay alive on that rock. Tactical's just going to thirst out Slim Jim. Slim Jimbo. Tactical's trying to get a better angle, jumping up onto this roof. While Gravity does bleed out up on the road, they're not able to rotate around with 6 Cents right there. Does look like 6 Cents might be making their move away. Compound's not worth it at this point now. It's not even in the circle. 6 Cents trying to just get into the circle before Ascension Esports is able to maybe gatekeep him a little bit. And there we have Warhawk going off now with 5 kills as they take down the battle bots. 6 Cents now with a great spread onto the 2 remaining members of Ascension Esports. Now Mitchu gets taken down, or Mitchu takes down Tacticals. Now Baby Joey's all alive and there's just too many angles from 6 Cents. And Brolic does finish off Ascension Esports. But Mitchu getting caught out in the back from Fury Esports. 6 Cents now to just 2 members. We have quite a few teams here pulled up onto the south side of this circle. Winner's Circle, Sweat Lounge Gaming, and their OGs, or original Gamesterz, Cap'n gets taken out running into the circle from Just Flacco. Whistler now looks like he's the last alive for Sweat Lounge Gaming. Takes down Attractions. But Noxy saying, no, you ain't going anywhere. So Attractions looks like he will bleed out in the blue. Noxy and Just Flacco will keep heading on. Mexozark being taken down from the console killers up top, but Nate and Exclusive being traded out. So we're going to see a little bit of a pause on this as Monstar and Bazaar try to just get their team back up to full strength. Phase 5 changing into Phase 6. Pushing a little bit north, the Kingpins, Fury Esports, and it looks like 6 Cents does have a little bit of a position inside of the circle. Winner circle should be pretty uncontested, pushing north onto that hill. Console Killers and Torch Dom gonna have a tough time rotating into this next circle, as the Kingpins have a great position. And Dom just snake of the year over there, staying alive on the bridge. Well, all of those teams just rotated past him. We do have 6 Cents and Fury Esports trading some shots. For sure, Mass gets taken down, but is picked back up. And here comes the Console Killers as they rotate down the hill. Gotta make a move, and that moment is now. Monstar holding far left. Right for us, but left for them. Bazaar does make it down into the compound. But with Chomedy and Mexozark on the other side, they could have an angle. And now 6 Cents joining this as Exclusive gets tagged up heavy by 6 Cents, gets knocked by Nij from the Kingpins, and then thirsted out by Noxy from Winner Circle. That was just insane. And now Noxy getting another point on Nate. How fortunate for Winner Circle to just be in the perfect spot up there to get 2 points. Now here's a double crate coming down in the middle of the circle. Does look like Dama was spotted out by, I believe, 6 Cents. Yeah. And now the Console Killers, Monstar and Bazaar, have made it into the circle. But they are split with a full Kingpin all around them. 5 teams, 13 alive. We have 2 for 6 Cents, 2 for Console Killers, 2 for Winner Circle, 3 for Fury Esports, and the Kingpins are still 4 strong. Try to get down a little bit further. Probably won't see much action for the remaining of this phase, as everybody's just getting settled, getting prepared to move for that next one. As everybody's mostly on the edge. So if that just pops in the middle, it'll be very interesting indeed. And here we go. Favoring the south side, actually. So Fury Esports and 6 Cents gonna have to rotate down towards this compound that Kingpins are holding so well. Winner Circle should be safe up on top of that hill. They shouldn't have to move yet. And then the Console Killers, they're going to have to rotate across the street. Nij and Wick could also be in trouble with 6 Cents staring down onto that street. They're going to have to rotate across as well. So it'll be interesting to see what these players do choose to do here. Bazaar boosting up, getting prepared. The Console Killers did pick up a crate, so Monstar might have some level 3 gear there. Doesn't have the gun. And here comes that circle. Nij does safely make it across the road. Wick biding his time. He's going to have to push across here too. Bazaar now in the bottom of the building. Does take down Wick. So that late push for Wick does end up coming back around. And here we go. Monstar and Bazaar They're going to have to make their move now. Fury Esports already pushed all the way down the hill. And now Console Killer is putting up a great fight. Monstar takes down Chomedy in that right side building. And here comes Monstar pushing across the road, but there's just not any cover. Unfortunately, they did get the smokes out, but bullets fly right through the smoke. And there, Bazaar takes Denij down to about half health, but 2 versus 1 with Brolic on the left is just too much. Chomedy is still alive, bleeding out in this house. Nij is going to run across and pick him up. Warnick taking advantage of those double crates, going to pick up some fresh level 3 gear, maybe a nice little gun. And here we go, 4 teams left. Everybody just filling out a corner of this circle. Nobody at full. We have 2 2-man teams and 2 3-man teams. Winner Circle doing everything they can to just get rid of Fury Esports here. Kingpins do still have a vehicle. And here comes that next circle favoring Winner Circle here. They're able to just hold this hill for the remainder of this game, it's looking like. Brolic does get taken down from Chomedy, gets a decent little angle onto that tree, and then Fury Esports from the other side finishing off 6 cents. So that will be 3rd place for them. Just Flacco pushed right up into the center of the circle almost, as they have a nice little hill cover from Kingpins on their left, so they can just focus down Fury Esports. Kingpins are going to push up forwards a little bit, but with Noxie here on the top side of this hill, Nij could be in trouble. Three teams, 8 alive. 15 seconds left in this Phase 8 circle. Game 1. Fury Esports with 10 kills. Kingpins have 3. And Winner Circle has 6. I was trying to get to... Here we go now. Last phase. Just pushing everybody in towards each other. It's all or nothing now. Flacco sees Mask pushing out around that right side, but does have to push back a little bit as there are 3 members there. Does take down Warhawk. Mask is pretty low. What a snap from Flacco. Mask healing up behind that tree, and Kofra gets the angle and does take down Flacco. Oh, that was the wrong player. Noxie here right to support. Does take down Mask, but then the Kingpins throwing a nade over that other side, finishing the game off. And taking your Game 1 chicken dinner. The Kingpins with 6 kills total. And Winner Circle coming out with 7 total kills for 2nd place. Fury Esports picking up 11 kills. They had 3rd place. Sorry. 6 cents in 4th place with 6 kills. And the Console Killers in 5th place with 4 kills. GG's. Let's get ready for game 2. Damn. And here we go. Here comes this creep crawling towards me on Miramar. Desert style. Damn. And here we go. Campo Militar all the way down through Leonis to the central south coast. It is game 2. It is Miramar. It is toxic because I can't spectate properly. Can I deploy my chute, please? Thank you. And we have falling. We are falling for so long. What? We made it over Trump's wall, baby. Oh, maybe we didn't. I don't think we did. We landed on Trump's wall, baby. Alright, and here we go. Better luck next time. We're gonna jump into this spectate and hop out into the overhead camera. Nope, we are watching the battle bots. Here we go, led by M4 and a Dream. We have So Stiffy, Chappers, and the Bandyman. They are landing way up here in Cruz del Valle, whatever that is. We're gonna find out how they do on their journey to Chicken Dinnerville. And get these scores updated as well, and we'll go over those for you. Oh, and I am a liar. This is game 2. We'll get this changed up. There you go. And remember, there are 5 games tonight. This is the championship week. We will crown your victor for Season 8. It's gonna be litty. Alright, so we do have these scores updated. I will post them in there for you to feast your eyeballs upon. Okay, yeah, they should get into some. So here we go. 6 Cents was able to hold on to their first place with going up to 103 points with 61 kills now. Fury Esports did steal second away from Ascension Esports. They now 86 points and 58 kills. Ascension Esports behind them with 78 points and 64 kills. Winner's Circle staying consistent, 77 points and 41 kills. Vigorous Esports in 5th, behind them, 64 points and 53 kills. And there we have a fight now between Ascension Esports and Team 5150. Gravity taking down Think Fast, I believe. And 6 Cents has found Avita in Los Leones. The BattleBots are also getting into a fight here. And I totally just switched to the wrong person. Bizarre from the Console Killers takes down M4 in a dream. As he's rotating, and now Bandyman goes in a little flip with his truck as he's getting shot at from another team. Could be the Console Killers. Avita have knocked Slim Jimbo and Michu from 6 Cents, and we go back to this Ascension Esports fight. Okay, now we have a fight with Bandyman. Pulls up out the truck on another guy in the street here. It's taken down to 1 shot, and here comes the knock. It is Vigorous Esports Sins with that nade over the top of the truck, and here comes the rest of Vigorous as they pull up, and Brain does thirst him out. So in tough rotation for the BattleBots here as they lose 2 members. But it does look like So Stiffy. And there we have it. Lou now with Warnick and Slim Jimbo being taken down. Brolic is the last remaining member for 6 Cents. That first place being threatened at the moment. Iconic now jumping in for the third party, but what do we have here now? Sins maybe trying to pick up Brain or ran Brain over as they pull up into Al-Azahar on top of Console Killers. And they have knocked 2 members of the Console Killers. And there goes Monstar as well to Hobie. That circle is far south. The BattleBots now jumping into their whips, trying to rotate. This is the OXL. It ain't over until it's over. Always more points to pick up. There is always a chance to come back. Now we have a vehicle right in front of So Stiffy here. This FPP angle is driving is hard, especially around the desert on Miramar. You never know which is around the next cliff. The BattleBots just chasing this edge of this circle here. Not quite able to gain on it, even at full speed in the Murado. Moving at the same speed as it. Oh no, they are gaining. They're going to make it in here right now. Chappers, though, ran out of gas or finding a new vehicle or something. He's going to dip out and pick something else up. Maybe heal a little bit. He's going to loot up a little bit. Didn't quite get enough gear where he was. that circle just pushing further and further south now. It's got about half of it in the water still. Even a second island on there. Nice. Here we go, the battle bots rotating again. Chapper's out ahead. So Stiffy right behind. Oh, and so Stiffy rolls. Oh no! Does stay alive though. Gonna pop some bandages and in the blue. Fortunate. Able to stay alive. Trying some stunt double stuff. Chappers did pull up just inside the circle here on this ridge. Not sure if there's a team in this compound. Just waiting for his teammate at the moment. He's gonna cut the engine and roll in. That circle is toxic, staying on that south side, taking the other island out, but keeping in half of its water still. Just does not want to give any extra space to anybody. Chapper's taking a cheeky little snipe out at this team rotating from the compound south, but does just miss. And here go the battle bots. As they head into the next phase, they just seem to be chasing it the whole game. They are together now, and here we have a fight finally unfolding. Vigorous Esports Sins taking down Attractions, and Obi taking down Noxy. Vigorous having a good little game here as they've already picked up a few points on the battle bots and console killers. And the BattleBots rolling right into Ascension Esports. Not much to do there, unfortunately. And Tacticals does blow that vehicle up. We do have Brawlett getting into a little fight here on another team. I don't even know where that is. He is managing to stay alive. Right in the center. Trying to just keep those placement points going for 6 cents. Pick up as much as he possibly can for this game. To just keep them in that first place. Ascension Esports has made their move onto the edge. There's most likely a team in this compound, as there are not many compounds left to take. Brawler just seems to be getting tagged up from everywhere, but is able to stay alive. Popping band-aids like a madman. Is a team to the northwest of Ascension Esports trying to take down Blue Hole as they're rotating their vehicles inside, so they'll have them for next, but it's rolling away. Oh no! Blue Hole's vehicle is just rolling away from him, and it's gone. Fortunately took that damage for nothing. So that circle finally taking the water, getting rid of most of the water, pulling up to the north side of the old circle. So not much land actually being taken out with that phase. We do have 36 players left alive, and phase 4 is almost done. Gravity does get a sight on a player to the north. Does look like the original Gamesterz. That does look like Captain running around up there. We're all like picking up a crate now, running around with the AWM. Getting in a nice little spot to secure some more placement for 6 cents. And here goes Ascension Esports as they rotate past another team in the compound to their right. Losing a couple wheels on the buggies, but safely making it. Oh, they didn't lose any wheels. Looked like Baby Joey had a pop tire, but it's all good. going down everywhere. Avita, Sweeney does take down Tacticals. But now Kingpin's hearing those shots. Third party, Sweeney. Nij does take him down and Thirst quick. Doodle also getting a knock onto Manzagon. But then Whistler turning around and taking Doodle. Tyrannical is able to pick up the finish on Manzagod. Whistler finishes off Doodle. Bubs takes down Whistler. And then Mole takes down Tyrannical. The original Gamesterz Good Gander now gets a nade down onto Turbot from Fury Esports. And back to this other fight, we have Dom taking down Whistler, finishing off Whistler now. And Bubs does get thirsted out as well. Kid now taking down Tyrannical. Torch in a tough spot here. And Mexozark with the headshot from the SKS onto Gravity. Ascension Esports going to have to make a play here. Circle did not favor them as it shifts to that southeast side. Someone jumping in a bang bus as I hear that ripping across. For sure, Mass getting some revenge on Good Gander, taking him down. Iconic now jumping into this fight with Sweat Lounge Gaming. And Dom being finished off. What does it look like? Finished off. Blue Hole getting a nice little kill onto Wick as they pop out trying to get a different angle. And just hold Ascension Esports out. A player with a great little push around the left side. Stanners from Avita. Taking down Tacticals and Blue Hole. Gravity also being taken down by Lou from Avita. Baby Joey now the last one up. He's going to try and get a couple reses before this blue takes over. Tacticals does bleed out. Blue Hole might not be able to get revived in time. They're going to try. Phase 6. Runs up and Stanner still on top of that hill. Does take down Baby Joey. And that will be it for Ascension Esports. Yes. Kingpin sound like they are still down in that lower side of this compound. Vita having a push up right on top of him. Tiro being taken down, but the blue overtaking him and does knock of Tiro. But he's just going to crawl back and try to avoid the Kingpins from getting that thirst. Doesn't want to give up any points. Let's just go down to the play zone. Stanner's now the last member for Avita. And right on the edge of the circle. "16 players left alive in this Phase 7 circle. Kingpin sound like they're getting tagged up from the north side of the circle. Vigorous is rotating around onto some shots on that north side of the circle. Stanner's playing his life just perfectly. He's able to pop out onto Chomedy. He tries to jump onto the bike and dip out of there. But now in the same situation that those two players were just in, he's got to run in shot view of everybody. Deebish does take the on the backside. Now we have Iconic, who are still 4 strong. Eyeing down Deebish in the field. With Fury Esports up on top of the north side hill. Vigorous is on their right. Iconic is on the other side of the circle, putting some heavy pressure onto them. Vigorous is going to push around the south side instead. Didn't like their chances right on top of Sweat Lounge Gaming. Does pay off as Sins takes down Mole, but then Kid trades out Sins, and the play zone takes down Snowgoon. So that will be Vigorous eliminated. Now Sweat Lounge Gaming heading straight towards Iconic here. Picking up his res. Will Iconic spot them out? They did hear the shots. They're looking for him. Mo was able to get the res. Holding the position right behind Iconic. They could be in trouble when... And here they go. Sweat Lounge Gaming is peeking over the ridge. And they've taken down Lid. But Deebish turning around knocks Mole, or Kid, I believe. Mole is still alive for Sweat Lounge Gaming. And here he pops out. Does take down Harden. He's in the blue though. Coming forward because he has to out of cover, and Deebish is able to finish him off. So that will Sweat Lounge Gaming be eliminated with 3 members still alive for Iconic and Fury Esports, which could still have the remaining 4 members alive in this game. The way they're pushing, it seems like it. Here they come. Kofry and for sure Mask getting a synchronized knocks on the Deebish and G-Money. It's all up to Harden, and it's just too many players pushing down on top of him. Fury Esports, pick up your Game 2 chicken dinner. Boom.
Well, I woke up on the lobby floor. Yeah, last night was some kind of war. I'm coming down like a waterfall. I check my phone, but you never call. Lost in the ceiling, caught up in the ceiling. I can't seem to let it go. Locked in this cage, I've been stuck here for days, and I can't seem to let you go. You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Pushed you out, pushed you out. Come let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess, died by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up, yeah. Can we be free? And I put you down. Well, I woke up and saw everything. Everything but you next to me. I know that I've been the enemy, but I've had my moment of gravity, moment of gravity. Lost in the ceiling, caught up in this feeling, I can't seem to let it go. Locked in this cage, I've been stuck here for days and I can't seem to let you go. You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Pushed you out, pushed you out. Come let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess, died by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up, yeah. Can we be free? And I put you down. You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown.
Okay, so we do have a little bit of an upset caused from last game. We'll be finding out about that in a few minutes. And here we go with game 3. Back on Erangel, where we like it, so we can actually spectate, get some good content for you. We have a plane path east to west, Lipovka down towards the quarry area. North George is a little bit of, or I guess, George is a little bit of a flight path. Severny as well, shooting range. I guess South George is kind of close, but you know. I forgot to jump. It's all good. I was getting ready to play, you know what I mean? We do have a team going Lipovka. It could be Sweat Lounge Gaming. They do like it there. And we have achieved Splashdown. And here we go. OXL, baby. And there we go, the battle bots and Iconic. With Chappers taking down G-Money, they might be in the same spot as last game. And that was Sweat Lounge Gaming taking over Lipovka, and it is. But Team 5150 is also there as well in the school. So we have Iconic, we have the battle bots, and we have Team 5150 all landing together around the school apartments areas. The Kingpin are just to the north in Rozhok. And that Knockin' bot's now eliminated. Look at all of these numbers. We're rolling up into the thick of it. Here we go. Console Killers and Original Gamesterz both landing in Yasnaya this game. We don't usually see a fight between them. Yasnaya is a big area, and here we go with the scores while we watch this little bit of action unfold between the BattleBots and Iconic. BattleBots did get revenge for last game, getting this first kill this game. Or not last game, game 1. I apologize. But paste. And here we go. Take a look at those scores. You will see that Fury Esports are now your first place team with 104 points and 66 kills. 6 Cents are actually tied with points, but with a few less kills at 61, they are in second place now. Ascension Esports in third. 85 points and 71 kills. Winner's Circle behind them with fourth place, 77 points and 41 kills. And Vigorous Esports still in fifth place. They have 76 points and 61 kills. Boom, boom. Oh, that's toxic. Sounds like Attraction trying out some new combo VSS 2.0, says Knockin'. with the Bison suppressed with a 4 times. We'll see if he pulls that out and keeps going on with it. That would be pretty interesting to see. And here we go as the circle is starting to close now. All of these teams are rotating into the center area around these teams that are already established here. Vigorous Esports are heading in, and this fight now does finally unfold with D-Bish up on the apartment taking down Chappers from the roof. Vigorous Esports did rotate up to Little Rozhawk at the end of the bridge there, and they're getting tagged up by Harden's Molotov right on top of Chappers, and Bandyman in trouble as well as he gets taken down to about half health from that molly. Is able to escape the flames though. Team 5150 hearing these shots now turn their attention towards the apartments. Iconic is now surrounded by 2 teams. There is a lot of cover between them. And here we go, the console killers rotating around the lake on the north side to get onto that bridge camp. The original Gamesterz heading right towards them. Sweat Lounge Gaming also following Nate around that river. Avita and 6 Cents pulling up right next to each other. Over here, Avita is pushing down towards 6 Cents, it looks like. And here we go. Avita up on top of the hill. 6 Cents in the 2 blue 1-story buildings down low. And there we go. Blue does take down Slim Jimbo with a headshot in that close building. Sweeney running around the right side trying to get a different angle as Brolic runs to try and save Slim Jimbo. Warnick all by himself in the other building now. Michu rotating in behind does make it to that building, but Avita is slowly trying to surround 6 Cents here as Stanners runs right up onto Michu as he pulls up and takes him down. Lou is taken out by Brolic, it looks like, as they're trying to push down. And just finish them off here quick. Meanwhile, Whistler does take down Noxie and thirsts him out. Brolic just picking up Slim Jimbo as Tiro picks up Lou, so they should be pretty safe to do that. Brolic does come out of the building now. Angles all around him. Avita has this whole compound surrounded. There's not many places you can hide. And now they're split up, and there you have it. Avita does take down 6 Cents. Probably going to be a little upset about that. With only 2 games left now to make up those points. We will go... Kingpins started to make their move north, across the river, or maybe to the river. It's a pretty big decision deciding which side to pull up on, because you don't want to have to cross that river more times than necessary. And here comes Wick's gonna pull up onto this wizard tower. Secure a little position for Kingpins as they rotate the rest of their members up and over this river. Or maybe they will hold both sides. Who knows? The school fight at a standstill now. Not much has changed over here. Iconic still holding the 3 buildings they were in before. BattleBots look like they want to make a little bit of a rotation out of here, actually. Blue Hole still down in Pachinki. Must not have found enough loot for himself, or maybe he lagged out. Now he's reconnected and coming back. Torch also making their way from that southwest side of the map. Right on the edge of the blue. As they rotate up and through. Oh, and here we have it. The Kingpins opting to choose to pull up a little bit further. And they're right in between the Console Killers and Ascension Esports. Exclusive does take down Wick. And Monstar is able to pick up that thirst. So it looked like it was just Wick up there. The other members of Kingpins are going to spin around and pull up on top of the hill instead. Or head back to the bridge. They're just going to pull up right there. And here we go, Attractions. Scouting out the compound the original Gamesterz are already holding. Torch does hear Blue Hole rotating around that far side, but being down that hill, they won't be able to put any real shots in danger of them. Traction's not finding anywhere suitable, heading down south now. They're going to pull back up onto Flacco. So they are prepared for anything that these teams can throw at them. And here comes Blue Hole. Should be pretty uncontested, heading straight towards Ascension Esports. Now just a lot of tags and third parties here as Console Killers are being shot at from Ascension Esports and Kingpins. As I don't believe the Kingpins and Ascension Esports have a line on each other. No, they don't. That double crate coming down just south of Yasnaya. Now Lou heading out towards him. Wants to try his luck. There are no players around. Should be pretty uncontested and lucky to pick those up. Here comes Torch. Heading in through the southwest corner of the circle, but they're going to turn left and eat a little bit of blue. To maybe go north. Nope. They're going to pull up onto this compound just on the edge. And there you have that circle shift. And that's what I was talking about earlier with that river. Everybody who chose to pull up on the north side of it now has to head south. Team 5150 and Iconic are now finally going to have to make their move out of the school apartments area. Lou heading back with his treasure. Ascension Esports heading out quick. The Kingpins as well, jumping into their vehicles right away. Sweat Lounge Gaming already on the move. And there goes Cap'n scouting out ahead. The rest of the original Gamesterz piling into the remaining vehicles now as Sweat Lounge Gaming drives right next to them. And the same thing on the north side as we have Fury Esports rotating with Ascension Esports. Oh, I hate that camera. Here we go. And Avita pulling up right into the middle of that new phase, or they already had that position secured, with Console Killers pulling up just to the north. They do have separate compounds, so it might not be too action-packed here. But the original Gamesterz just heading back down into Yasnaya where they landed. Kingpin's heading around that south side now, making it all the way around the BattleBots and Iconic. Team 5150 in a clown car, they could be in trouble. All 4 members piled into one Dacia, driving right up towards Sweeney. That vehicle can't have much health left. And they pull up right on top of Sweeney, unaware that he's here, but they're looking, and there goes Sweeney running back. They did spot him out. And Sweeney turns on Banana Brain. And here comes Chicken Fried and Scrounge Bowl right above him, though. Oh, and he takes down Scrounge Bowl as well. Gets the thirst before Chicken Fried is able to knock him. But the console killers, seeing that knock, trying to pick up a quick scab. But Chicken Fried not gonna let them. Think Fast throwing the smokes out, trying to pick Banana Brain back up as Team 5150 is in trouble being shot from the console killers. Vigorous Esports and Avita pushed right up on top of them. Nade's coming out, and they do get tagged, but picked up just in time. And Think Fast coming out of the smoke, not knowing what he's running into. 2 members of Avita is taken out. So now Team 5150 just heading north, rotating towards the console killers. Ascension Esports made it to the far side. They're on the east now as they come into the yellows south of Yasnaya. Winner's Circle also changing it up completely, heading to the south side of the circle now. We do have Vigorous with a little gatekeep onto Torch over here. Torch gonna have to push past Vigorous. Torch does have some vehicles though, so they're just gonna jump into those and head south. Try to put as much distance as they can to prevent being shot off of these buggies. The BattleBots and Iconic just can't stay away from each other. They're unloading onto these vehicles, driving by, unaware that Iconic is pushed right up into their compound. Now Bandyman being knocked by D-Bish. M4 and a Dream in trouble on the other side of the road if anybody chooses to peek over there, but it does look like he'd be able to rotate up and over that ridge. So Stiffy now just being angled out by Harden and D-Bish. Not able to hold the cover. Just... And there you go, M4 and a Dream now. Last alive, and we did have this fight unfold between Torch and Vigorous as they just pushed a little bit further into the zone. Snowgoon's taken out by a Molotov from Tyrannical. Sweat Lounge Gaming pulled up on top of Ascension Esports. Whistler taking down Gravity. Mole now getting knocked as he's trying to push up into cover. They're pinned out in this field. Whistler already making it up to the shack, but Tactical's the last member for Ascension Esports. And Fury Esports hearing this action going on, trying to get some angles, pick up a few points if possible. Kid picking up Mole now. Trying to keep all 3 members strong. Tactical's jumping in the whip though. He's gonna dip. Does pull up onto a little ridge, putting the UAS between himself and Sweat Lounge Gaming. But if Fury Esports is able to get into a position high enough, they might be able to see down onto him, and I hit the bumper, so now we are watching Sweat Lounge Gaming as they push right up on top of Tacticals here. Those yellows weren't in this next phase, so they're trying to just take advantage of knowing there's only one player up left over here. And it does take down Tacticals. Doodle now taking down Harden in a fight between Torch and Iconic. Iconic having to push across that road just to the south, and now we have Winner Circle pulling up right on top of Fury Esports. Flacco getting some big tags onto Kofry, but he is able to take down a track around that other side, and then also taking down Flacco. Kofry just ripping apart Winner Circle. Torch now being fired upon by their vehicle from the Kingpins. Team 5150 right on the other side of this ridge from Fury Esports, who hear these shots and they want to pick up some more points. They know they have a bit more ground to, or they have this first place. They want to make sure they secure this as much as possible. Over here, and they do get taken out from Iconic in 11th place. And we're finally able to get back up into this overhead camera. And here we go now, Warhawk picking off Doodle. And then Bubs flips his vehicle. So now it is just Dom pinned on the outside of the circle. M4 in a Dream, also a one-man pushing towards Iconic, D-Bish, and Lid. They're about to see each other here. The timing, that was crazy. But here we go. Kingpins outside of the circle. M4 in a Dream now, though, being taken out by Dabbin from the far north side, about as far away as you can get in this next phase. Team 5150, Sweat Lounge Gaming, and Fury Esports, the only ones that are actually in the circle. And on top of that, Fury Esports, the only full team inside of the circle. Original Gamesterz making their way south. We have Avita and the Console Killers pushing in just to their right. There's now Iconic having to push down this hill in the open. Is taken down. Monstar on Lid, and Avita Lou takes down D-Bish. And then Stanners from Avita taking down Banana Brain in that crater there. The Original Gamesterz, Dabbin does take down Monstar. So here comes Bazaar pushing right up on top of Avita. He is taken out by Lou. Exclusive though behind him on the road. Stanners and Hero pushing across the road out in the open. Lou overtaking them, but Lou is able to take down Exclusive and give his team some cover to push forward. Nate with that last UAZ now, pushing out into the center of the field, and Chicken Fried is eliminated by Kingpins, who pushed up behind. And the Kingpins now in trouble as they're being picked apart from the left and the right. Nij and Mexozark both going down. For sure, Mask finishes off Mexozark. Chomedy now left last alive. They did see him drop down onto that res. They're just spraying through the smoke, trying to take him down. Not able to hit anything, though. Should be able to pick Nij up, and they'll be safe for a moment. Not sure it'll be any longer than that, because here comes the blue onto Nij as he's healing, and does take him out before it can pop up, and Stanner's right behind, sneaking around, finishes off Chomedy, and that will be a 6th place for Kingpins. Dom just staying alive still. Dom doing a great job of that this week. As these teams might have forgotten about him on that US. But here comes Sweat Lounge Gaming pushing up onto an unaware Fury Esports, but Kofry checking it at the perfect time. And they come back. Turbot does get knocked from Whistler, but Kofry trades him out. So now it's just Mole and Kid. Warhawk, though, being tagged up from Avita, who is on the other side. Mass takes down Lou, but not before Stanners takes down Warhawk. Now Mole picking up Whistler, Kofry picking up Turbot, Warhawk also crawling towards Kofry to try and just get that res as soon as possible afterwards. Lou gets picked up, but then knocked again instantly by a nade from Mask. Dom just crawling through the grass here. Hearing all this fighting going on, doesn't want to get involved just yet. The original Gamesterz now uncontested on that north side as they push up. The other 3 teams are all fighting. Dabin takes down Tiro. Getting their 3rd party, picking up a few points. Mole is taken down from Kofry. And now Kid is the last member for Sweat Lounge Gaming. As he spots out Warhawk, gets a headshot and does knock him. But the other 2 members of Fury Esports right there to finish him off. Now as Avita's pushed right up on top of Mask. Mask does take down Stanners. But Stanners took down Turbot. Stanners is still alive. Oh, and Mask down to just the SLR, sprays him out with the hip fire. What a play by Mask. And there we go, Kofry does spot out Domo as he's just crawling his way up through. It is now a 4 versus 2, the original Gamesterz versus Fury Esports, and Kofry is tagged. 1 shot. Gander getting that rotation around the right side. Should play upset here. Mass starts bringing out some shots, but Gander is right close. He does take down Kofry. It is now 4v1. Mask all that stands between the original Gamesterz and this Game 3 chicken dinner. And Gander does finish him off. So the original Gamesterz will pick up the chicken dinner for Game 3. They also had 6 kills. Fury Esports in 2nd place. They had 11 kills. Torch, thanks to Damo picking up that 3rd place. They had 2 kills. Avita in 4th. They had 11 kills as well. And then Sweat Lounge Gaming coming in 5th. They had 5 total kills. So we're going back to the desert for Game 4. Alright, and we are back on the desert, Miramar. Love this map, hate casting it. But, what are you gonna do? That's PUBG for you. I'm jumping right away, you know what I mean? If you jump at the end, I don't know what you did. Yeah. You might get like console killers or the battle bots again or something. here we go. We will find out who our host will be for this game. Or who we will be hosting, I guess I should say. On Game 4, not Game 3. And we are, back on the BattleBots. All right. They just want to get that highlight. They know I jump at the start, so they want to do it too. And there goes Knockin', falling from the sky. So we do have the BattleBots who are taking up residence that's toxic. There we go. And we do have Sweat Lounge Gaming in Impala. Damn. That's toxic too. There, that's good enough, eh? I'll be right back though. Hey, chill out. BattleBot's just crashing in this compound. And here we go, the BattleBots unloading on a team, rotating up that hill to the north. This is after they just crashed into this compound. Shots all around him as well in this phase 1 circle on Miramar. Ascension Esports thrown up against 6 Cents. Tacticals takes down Warnick. Here comes a flamin' vehicle crash. The BattleBots, and it is Vigorous Hobie as he's taken out by M4 in a dream with the M4. He might have dreamed about it. I don't know. There we have Bot Chappers. Unfortunately does roll his vehicle, gets back into it, but not able to escape the shots from the other teams on the hills. So he will be taken down and bleed out as the BattleBots will not be heading back to pick him up. Was Brolic that tagged him out of that whip. 6 Cents picking up some much needed points. So we do have the bottom bar is updated. Fury Esports still holding on to that first place. Ascension Esports still in third. Avita Esports switching up these boards now as they take fourth place, and Sweat Lounge Gaming take fifth. The BattleBots now sounds like they have a team pulling up on top of them or nearby. Did you just crash? Damn. Alright. So Knockin' has crashed out of the game. I lost one of my angles on this game, but it's all good, baby. Avita Tiro is taking down a Mexozark from the Kingpins. Uh-oh. But now, Iconic jumping into that fight. G-Money does take down Wick as well. Oh, it's just a third party on third parties as the OGs now jumping into that fight as Davin takes down D-Bish. What is going on? It's just a train of knocks. One team after the other. The OGs do look like they're getting the better of that fight, though, as Oreo Hitman picks up a second knock onto Lid. Or kill, I guess that should be. But we can talk about this circle a little bit as well. It is down on the southwest side of the map, keeping that prison island out of it. Not much water in it this time. We do have it just south of Chumasera. A lot of hills, a lot of compounds. Should be a lot of positions for these teams to pull up into. Oh, and so Stiffy getting tagged up in there now. M4 in a dream, just saying, okay, you want to pop my tires, I'll just finish your job. Knowing there's some extra fives around here does go and pick them up. Spots a player out to the east, though. Not able to get a tag. Just pretty far distance away. Feeding that information though now is Prodigy looking over in the same direction. Some pot shots by So Stiffy, seeing if he can get just whatever, maybe a lucky little knock. There goes Vigorous up against Fury Esports, Brain does knock Kofry and thirsts him out. And one team rotating down that central highway. Taking a right, doing a little off-roading, getting tagged up, and Brolic does take it in his winner's circle. Brolic takes Noxie out of the vehicle, but Attractions then runs Brolic over and thirsts out Brolic with another one. Then Michu finishes off Noxie. Kid knocks Gander. Oreo Hitman knocks Manza. Got this fight. SLG and original Gamesterz all takes out Cap'n. But then Avita with the third party on the good Gander. M4 and a Dream is getting knocked from the team pushing down onto the top of here. Tags. It is the console killers as So Stiffy does knock Nate with a nice little heady. Attraction staying alive down in that compound with Sixth Sense as he does take down Slim Jimbo. Torch and console killers fighting up on top of this hill, right near the battle bots. Dream trying to get an angle, but being pushed back. So Stiffy does take down Exclusive, and Prodigy takes down Doodle. The BattleBot's in a nice little position here, but they will have to move in 20 seconds or less, as this circle will be pushing them out of this compound. And here goes Prodigy jumping out the building. They're boosting up, getting ready to make their play. So Stiffy seeing a dead body, shooting at it a little bit. There is a crate coming down pretty close by. A Prodigy now getting tagged up from somewhere far. Just Flacco also alive for winner's circle as he takes down Mole from Sweat Lounge Gaming. So Stiffy a little worried, making sure nobody's pushing up behind. Doesn't want any surprises as M4 and a Dream runs right up on top of Fury Esports and takes down Turbot. There is another member. But M4 and a Dream is all alone at the moment. It is a 1v1. And M4 and a Dream takes down Mask. That will be Fury Esports, your current leaders, taken out in this game 4. With still 20 players left alive. Born a Dream making a play for this crate. Those are some nice juicy 3 gear in there. Nice fresh vest and a good helmet. Prodigy just laying down shots, covering M4 as he goes down to pick that up. And so Stivy holding this other side that they will have to rotate north. The circle not favoring them at all. The battle bots look to be pretty uncontested in this area of the map. Nicely able to just push forward up into the edge of this circle, but not much cover where they currently are. They're going to have to see if they can push forward a little bit further. Maybe grab this next ridge. And M1 does get knocked from Torch. Tyrannical is hiding in the shack. Prodigy also gets knocked, or gets run up on from Winner's Circle, the GI. Well, now the remaining member of BattleBot, So Snippy, being tagged up from another team. He's just gonna spin around, try to dodge the bullets. But Ascension Esports does finish off the BattleBots. Gravity with perfect shots down onto these players rotating through this open field. It is a Vita, and Gravity does take down Sweeney. Just gonna thirst him out quick, make sure nobody else picks up that steal. Now tagging up, I think, Torch as they run in. No, it's probably not Torch, it's Winner's Circle. Baby Joey gets tagged up from the left, but is able to dodge enough of the bullets and lay down behind the ridge. Does stay alive. Little nod, just to acknowledge it. That next circle just appearing in the middle, so Ascension Esports will have to push down this hill a little bit. Not able to hold the top of it any longer. Only 10 players left, though. They have 4 alive. And the GI now takes down Baby Joey. Smoke's out now, and Baby Joey is being revived by Gravity. Uho goes to check the top side right as 2 players are rotating down on top of them. But with the GI also on that other angle, Oh, does get knocked by him. And Avita up on that north higher side of the hill. They do take out Ascension Esports. Six people left alive now. The GI, 3 members of Avita, Stanners, Lou, and Tiro. Shots now coming out down the hill. Avita hears them. They're going to swarm. They know they have at least half of the players left alive. And that means nobody else has as many as them if they're shooting at each other. Stanners left alive. Winner's Circle rushing. Stanners does take down Attractions. 2v1 now. Only 1 magazine left in his M4. He's going to pop out and search Attractions and picks that point up. But Flacco does take him down. So Winner's Circle will pick up your game 4 chicken dinner. That was 4. All right. GG's.
just waiting here for you. I just want your presence, you got me feeling blue. Don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just wanna make you see, I feel like I'm in heaven when you are here with me. Don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just want your loving, come and give me something. I just want your loving, come and give me something.
I just want your loving.
I just want your loving. I just want your I'm just waiting here for you. I just want your presence, you got me feeling blue. And don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just wanna make you see, I feel like I'm in heaven when you are here with me. And don't keep me waiting, don't leave me.
Okay, here we go with the final match of OXL FPP Season 8. I don't want to look on my left. All right. Winner's circle with the game for chicken dinner. Fury Esports is able to hold on to their first place after that. 6 Cents still in second, Avita in third, Ascension Esports in fourth, and Winner's Circle in fifth. Clearing the lobby of the bots, and now we can get down to business. Chicken Fried 5150 takes down Wick from the Kingpins. 5150 opting to choose Rozhawk this time. The BattleBots are uncontested in the school and apartments. And now Mexozark also being taken down for the Kingpins. Iconic has chosen to land down the road in Little Pachinki this time. The original Gamesterz and CK in Yasnaya. We have Sweat Lounge Gaming landing on the west coast this time, grabbing some vehicles around Torch's area and then dipping as they head up towards maybe South George or these other compounds just on that west coast. Ascension Esports is taking up in Pachinki. They're usually pretty uncontested there. A lot of buildings for them. Winner's Circle. They are in South George around the crates. Must have been a pretty crazy plane path. A lot of these teams choosing different spots. Avita is split in that central south coast. We have 6 Cents on the west bridge and Ferry Pier split all along there. We have Fury Esports are in Gatka and south towards Chopsticks. And Torch very close by, just to the north of them. Everybody just getting looted out. They want to make sure they have a good game for this last one. And here we have the bars, so y'all can see the scores. Straight score bars. Iconic. Driving up and around Ascension Esports in Pachinki, but right into Torch, Nada, and Doodle. They're all in one vehicle. Looks like they were able to escape death in that instance. Avita also heading out. 6 Cents wanting to move more central along that coast. Pulling up into a nice looking compound. There is a lot of water still in this circle, so can be pretty confident that it will continue to land near or around the coast. Winner's Circle driving right through the gauntlet that is Sweat Lounge Gaming, set up all along that west coast. Flacco does make it around, though, and out of danger. BattleBots have a vehicle now. They're jumping in, trying to rotate the Kingpins. They need to make a move. The Console Killers jumping in some vehicles, and the original Gamesterz all jumping into one vehicle, heading southwest towards this new circle. We should probably head down towards where 6 Cents is posted up, as it seems like a lot of teams are going to be driving past that area looking for something to pull up in. Doodle and Nada getting tagged up from Iconic as they're driving, trying to regroup with the rest of their team. Original Gamesterz going for a long rotation, looking for a couple more vehicles. Around that north side. Console Killers now making their way in. And we do have Vigorous Esports trying to take this compound away from Avita. not a compound, it's a bunker. As here comes Vigorous, as they stack up and get ready. But there is another member of Avita, Lou, as he comes up behind. He's going to be getting this information, maybe try to surround them here. Brain going for a long rotation around this left, down the hill. Trying to stay out of sight. As Hobie, Snowgoon, and... oh no, Sins, Brains comes back up. Try to hold the main force of Avita. But here comes Lou, slowly making his way up. Sins holding the angle for Brain, as Tiro trying to push around this hill. Grenade bounces off the tree and hits Brain. And Tiro knocks Sins. And with Brain hit, here comes Lou from behind, taking down Snowgoon. Hobie gets knocked, running into the shack, and then Brain is finished off by Tiro. And there is Vigorous Esports, eliminated by Avita. Console Killers with their late rotation, not much left in the central area. The circle did shift right, or east, I should say. With most of these teams in a good position to stay where they are for the time being. But a lot of that eastern side is still left open. The original Gamesterz, though, driving past Fury Esports. End up, one of their vehicles do spin out. They're going to head back and try to pick that player up. Meanwhile, here in Quarry, we have Team 5150 going head-to-head with Ascension Esports. Gravity right here, Scrounged Bull and Think Fast just trying to sneak up and maybe get an easy knock. Scrounged Bull does see Gravity, but isn't able to take him down. And the Console Killer is getting knocked out of their vehicle, driving right past. But here in this fight, we have Bluehole taking down Chicken Fried on that far side, and then at the just afterwards, Gravity does take down Think Fast. And Banana Brain being stormed by Baby Joey and Tacticals, and Scrounge Bull being finished off by Gravity. Ascension Esports will be eliminating Team 5150. This way. So we do have the original Gamesterz right nearby to Fury Esports. And the BattleBots are just to the south of all of that. As all of the teams have made it into this next phase. We're going to see the circle close and probably see a bit of the action pick up in the next phase when the teams start to rotate to their new positions. Chomedy just shooting at something. Not sure what. And here we go. The circle shifts. And yep, down south, keeping that coast in the circle. We have Winner Circle dead center. Avita just to the north. And 6 cents to the west. Console Killers' compound is just barely on the edge. The Kingpins will also be able to stay in their compound. And same thing with Iconic, who have a decent little compound as well. Torch, though, Sweat Lounge Gaming, Ascension Esports, Fury Esports, BattleBots, and Original Gamesterz. All going to make a move. And here comes Sweat Lounge Gaming driving right past 6 cents. Wizard being tagged up, but does swerve away. Ascension Esports coming down, crashing onto the Console Killers. Gravity does take down Bizarre. It is just now exclusive against the full force of Ascension Esports. Gets a tag onto Blue Hole, but not before getting tagged up himself. He does stay alive and swings back behind the compound. The Original Gamesterz pulling up on top of Avita as well. And now Fury Esports. Warhawk does take down Gravity as they look down onto this fight, trying to third party. Sweeney does take down Good Gander. Captain and Oreo Hitman are rotating away. Big fight down at Ferry Pier as well. So we have the Winner's Circle, the BattleBots, and Torch. Mitchu did run out for a crate, looks like, out in the field. No. And Avita does eliminate the OGs. Console Killers also eliminated by Ascension Esports. I'll just go back because Winner's Circle is spreading out around the BattleBots here. Flacco pushing right up onto this rock that they're holding. Chapper's being tagged up but not knocked. Torch also on the other side. Doodle is able to finish off Chappers. And Prodigy just pops out and takes down the GI and Flacco. They are thirsted out. Winner's Circle now down to just attractions. Torch Tyrannical and Torch Nada pinned down on that far side. Doodle does get knocked by 6 cents, I believe, on the beach. Bubs is nearby, though. Might be able to pick him up. Chappers does get picked up by Prodigy. Who had a clutch play to eliminate those players and then res his teammate. Here we go, Avita pushing up into Sweat Lounge Gaming's territory. The circle did shift north, so Iconic still in that circle. Not realizing Attractions was over here, pushing to this one story. They get tagged up running in, but Attractions wasn't able to get a knock onto those players. Does get pushed back. Just going to rotate to a more favorable position as Prodigy, Taste in Blood, running up this hill, trying to finish them off. Doesn't see him to his left. Attractions does turn around though, as he starts getting tagged up by Sweat Lounge Gaming on the other side. Sixth Sense spreading out, trying to finish off Torch before they head to that new circle. They are on the edge, but they won't be in the next one probably. Torch does have a buggy back here. Doodle now making his play before they completely run out of time. Is able to prone out in a bomb crater. Avita having to push in towards Sweat Lounge Gaming. They are not in the circle anymore. Iconics chose the right compound, it looks like, as they're still in. Kid all on his own against the likes of Sweeney and Lou, and he is eliminated, or taken down. And here come the Kingpins heading right through the center of the circle, almost run over Mexican, trying to do a backflip or something. Comedy is knocked off the back. Brolic goes to steal that kill away. Sweeney finishing off Kid. And Bubs is able to take out Nij. And they will be 10th place for Kingpins. Fury Esports pushing up right into Iconics compound. Over here. I'm going to go dip over to that as they have knocked Lid. Mole now taking down Stanners. Warhawk, Mask, and Turbot all swarming over to G-Money. Harden and Deebish holding that long building out in the middle. Warhawk being tagged up by G-Money, but does make it back behind the building with the support of Kofrak. Got this tree just in the most obnoxious position. Get over onto the other side. Seem to have chosen the wrong fight, but here we go. Harden does get a knock onto Turbot in the bottom of that building. Turbot is res, but now Mask goes down. Harden. Warhawk and Kofry working together to take down Harden, though. G-Money is also taken down by Kofry. So now Deebish, last up for Iconic. And Fury Esports were able to hold on to 4 of their members. Baby Joey's still alive here as they're taking down 6 Cent, Slim Jimbo, and Brawlick both getting knocked here. Tactical's also down. Baby Joey staying alive on this rock. Warnick and Michu trying to get some revenge as he heads out to these trees. Tactical's trying to out-crawl the circle. Doesn't look like he'll be able to do it as Michu